Touch is an amazing and beautiful part of relationships. It helps you connect with your partner and makes falling in love feel magical. As a good man looking for a decent woman, it's important you know how to touch a woman appropriately without being creepy. At the same time, not touching her at all makes it hard for attraction to grow. You want to tread carefully. If you want a happy, lifelong relationship with a sweet, feminine woman, it's critical to understand where and how to touch her the right way. Don't worry, by the end of this video you'll be a pro. You're about to learn the best places to touch a woman to take her breath away tonight. Make sure to watch to the end. Welcome to the Woman Signals channel. Before we start, subscribe and turn on notifications. On this channel, you'll discover practical strategies to attract your ideal woman without manipulation or playing games. We teach relationship strategies to help you find lasting love. Whether you seek a girlfriend or wife, the Woman Signals gives you the tools to unlock a woman's heart and have her fall head over heels for you. The 2 phases of touch. There are 2 distinct phases when it comes to touching a woman. The first phase is before you are in a relationship. The second phase is when you are in a relationship. How you can and should touch a woman changes dramatically between the 2 phases. It's very important to understand these differences. If you touch her in a relationship way before you are in a relationship, it will freak her out. You'll be acting like there's an emotional intimacy that doesn't exist yet. You want to avoid coming across as creepy. Phase 1. Touching her before a relationship. Let's start with Phase 1, before a relationship. Here are some places a woman enjoys being touched by a man she's just getting to know. Her hands. Gentle touches, like when your hands accidentally brush while handing her something, can create a spark. Even this small gesture can make her feel butterflies in her stomach and leave her feeling thrilled, prompting her to excitedly share the experience with her friends. Her upper arm. A light and playful touch on her upper arm, like a gentle nudge, can break the touch barrier in a non-threatening manner. This subtle gesture communicates your interest in a friendly or understanding way without making her uncomfortable. It's a way to show your care or playfulness without being intrusive, allowing you to connect and express interest in a subtle and friendly manner. Her upper back. The area around her shoulder blade is a great spot for a comforting touch. When you guide her or lean in to talk, placing your hand or arm there can feel like you're providing a sense of shelter and protection. This touch might seem simple, but it holds surprising power, making her feel safe and cared for in your presence. It's a subtle yet effective way to convey comfort and a protective stance without being overt. Sitting close. Sitting close enough to touch arms or legs when you're beside each other sends a clear message, even if no words are spoken. This physical closeness can make her consider the possibility that you might have feelings for her. Don't hesitate to sit close enough to have that physical contact, as it subtly hints at your interest and closeness. It's a way of non-verbally communicating your feelings and creating a sense of connection without explicitly saying so. Hugging. Hugs, when given sincerely, can foster a sense of closeness and indicate interest, even if you're not in a relationship. Don't hesitate to initiate a hug when the moment feels right. It's a friendly gesture that communicates care and connection, allowing you to express interest in a warm and comforting way. Embracing someone in a genuine hug creates a moment of closeness, showcasing your interest and showing that you value them without the need for words. So, don't be afraid to offer a hug, as it can speak volumes about your feelings and connection towards the other person. Offering your arm. When you offer your arm, especially if she's in heels or the ground is uneven, it demonstrates your confidence and gentlemanly nature. This gesture allows her to hold onto your strong arm for support, making her feel secure and highlighting your masculine presence. Chivalry, like offering your arm, is highly appealing as it reflects thoughtfulness and consideration for her comfort and safety. It's a small yet powerful act that showcases your confidence and willingness to provide support, enhancing the attraction by embodying traditional values of respect and care. Phase 2. Touching her in a relationship. Now let's talk about touching her once you're in a relationship. Here are some ways to touch a woman to take her breath away at this stage. Touch her hair. Gently brushing her hair away from her face or tucking it behind her ear can make her feel more feminine and cared for. It's a subtle yet sweet gesture that shows your attention to her comfort. However, it's important not to overdo it or mess up her hair, especially if she put effort into styling it for your date. This gesture signifies your consideration for her, but being mindful not to disturb her hairstyle is equally important, ensuring your caring act doesn't accidentally cause any discomfort or spoil her efforts to look her best. Touch her face. Gently cupping her cheek while kissing adds a romantic touch. It's a tender gesture that enhances the intimacy of the moment. Those gentle caresses on her face during a kiss can convey deep emotions and affection, making the connection between both of you feel more intimate and heartfelt. It's a simple yet powerful way to express your feelings in a romantic and loving manner. However, it's important to be gentle and respectful while doing so, ensuring that the gesture enhances the romantic ambiance without causing any discomfort. Touch her waist. Placing your hands on her waist when you're close, whether hugging or kissing, creates a sense of intimacy and femininity. It's a gesture that makes her feel physically close to you, adding a touch of affection and warmth to the moment. The waist is an area that, when gently touched, conveys a sense of closeness and connection, making her feel secure and feminine in your presence. However, it's essential to be respectful and considerate of her comfort while using this gesture, ensuring it enhances the connection and intimacy between both of you without making her uncomfortable. Put your arm around her. In this stage, it's okay to put your arm around her shoulders or upper back. This gesture feels protective and comforting, similar to a warm hug. It's a way to show affection and closeness without being overly forward. Placing your arm around her can create a sense of security and intimacy, making her feel cared for and sheltered in your presence. However, it's essential to be considerate of her comfort and boundaries while doing so, ensuring that the gesture is welcomed and doesn't make her feel uncomfortable or pressured. Touch her knee. Gently placing your hand on her knee while sitting together is a simple yet meaningful gesture. It's a subtle touch that reminds her of your presence and care. This sweet gesture can communicate closeness and comfort, making her feel acknowledged and appreciated. However, it's important to be mindful of her comfort and boundaries while using this gesture, ensuring that it's welcomed and doesn't make her feel uncomfortable. This simple touch on her knee can convey a sense of connection and support, letting her know that you're there and attentive without being intrusive. Touch her neck. Gently resting your hand on her neck briefly, like when moving her hair aside or during a kiss, can be a romantic gesture. It's important to avoid grabbing her neck forcefully and instead opt for gentle and tender touches. By delicately touching her neck in romantic moments, it can convey affection and intimacy, enhancing the romantic ambiance. However, it's crucial to be very gentle and considerate with this gesture, ensuring it's welcomed and doesn't make her uncomfortable. A soft touch on her neck during these moments can add a romantic and caring element to your interaction, showing your affection in a tender and loving manner. Touch her mouth. Touching her mouth, such as gently brushing something from the corner of her mouth, can be a cute and romantic gesture. While kissing is an obvious way to touch her mouth, this subtle action of tenderly removing something from her mouth's corner carries a charming and affectionate vibe. Often seen in romantic movies, it's a gesture that showcases care and attention, adding a sweet and thoughtful touch to your interaction. However, it's important to ensure that such gestures are welcomed and comfortable for her, avoiding any actions that might make her feel uneasy. This gentle touch around her mouth can convey affection and tenderness, creating a romantic and memorable moment. The places where women prefer to be touched vary among individuals. However, it's crucial to always consider individual comfort levels and boundaries, ensuring that any physical contact is welcomed and respectful. Ultimately, the appropriateness of touch greatly depends on context, mutual consent, and the comfort level within the relationship. Communication and attentiveness to cues are key in understanding where and how a woman prefers to be touched in different situations. If you enjoyed this video, show some love by hitting that like button. We really appreciate all your thoughtful feedback, so keep the comments coming. Share this with friends who you think need to hear this advice too. And if you want to show extra support, use the Super Thanks button to buy us a coffee and fuel more videos. We truly appreciate your support. Thank you for watching, and until our next video, stay tuned, friends. Your presence means everything to us.